Hey guys, you're watching and or listening to the Kyle and Craig Show. My name is Kyle.
My name is Craig. This week, with the NFL season starting pretty soon, we're in the midst of the preseason here, we wanted to go over some of the things we're most looking forward to.
We are going to talk about the top 8 things to look forward to this NFL season.
Yep, so, let's go ahead and kick the intro,
that list,
and then
so
we'll
we're
get
going to
going.
get right...
Huh?
What?
Kick the intro, and then we'll get going.
Kick the intro, yeah, and we keep it rolling. I got the top 8. I got the list. I made the list.
Yep.
I'm a creative genius.
Yeah.
So I got the top 8 things to look forward to this NFL season.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it.
Kyle's the goddamn Kanye of this show.
Yeah.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're brothers. Give me a high five.
Your brothers? No.
Yes.
Funny.
Waddle,
I'll
waddle,
say it again.
waddle. And he waddled away, waddle, 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 till the very next day. Bump, 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 ba-da-bump, bump.
So the
If you
first
don't know, then
preseason
you know.
games... Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're saying. What are you doing?
That's Waddle's Wilderness.
Yeah, no, I know. But what were you going to say? If what?
If you don't know, then you don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, the first preseason games have happened. I mean, they had a Hall of Fame game with the Bears and the Bengals a couple weeks ago.
It's the Ravens. But yeah.
The Ravens. Send a Raven?
Send a Raven.
Who?
The Bears and the Ravens.
That doesn't make any sense. The game's in Ohio. Are you sure it wasn't the Bengals?
Yep.
All right, then it will.
Yeah. 100%. Without a shadow of a doubt. But nevertheless, doesn't change it. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, there was a Hall of Fame game that started off the preseason. It was the Bears and the Bengals. Damn it. Shit. It's the Bears and the Ravens.
Send a Raven.
Send a Raven. I'll tell you what though.
What's up?
I didn't know the preseason was starting. They were like the Bears played
Yeah.
today. Like that's a little fucking early, isn't it? Like,
I think they played the Broncos today.
oh, do they?
Yeah.
Nice.
They had that weekly practice where they practice against other teams.
yeah.
So,
Okay, so Kizzer put together a list for us and of the top 10 things that we're looking forward to the most this season. We went back and forth with a few of them, and then you came up with a nice little list.
yeah, and then we'll go through each of them and then break them down as we go.
Yeah. So
All right, get right into it. So,
no specific order.
well, they're in an order.
Okay.
I don't know.
From
Yeah.
like least excited to most excited.
No, I mean things to look forward to, not like excited, but things to look forward to.
Yeah.
All
right.
No, they just go in order.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ends with Super Bowl predictions, so I
Alright.
guess it goes in order.
Cool. Yep.
All right, so number 1, kneeling during the national anthem was a big fucking deal last year. A lot of the players started with Colin Kaepernick kneeling during the anthem to protest against the injustice from the police on minorities, and it's got blown way the fuck out of proportion
Yeah.
by white racist people,
Yeah.
President Trump, and it was really bad. But during the end of the last year, all the quote-unquote professionals, ESPN-type people, are saying that kind of died down at the end of the year, and that if the NFL didn't do anything this offseason, then we might have gone into the season, and maybe some people were kneeling, maybe they weren't, but it wouldn't have been a big deal. And during the offseason, the NFL made a new policy that like is forcing players to stand during the national anthem, or they're going to be like fined or some shit. So it got re-brought back up into a really big fucking deal.
Yeah.
And so now it's like, once again, you're trying to tell grown men what they can and can't do, because it's never been about the flag. It's never been about the military. It's always been about,
Injustice against minorities.
yes, the killing of minorities by police, the brutality, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it's been about. And so here we are again, new year, and it's the preseason, and people are already kneeling.
Really.
Yeah, and Trump was on Twitter talking away, saying like, "Oh, here we go again. NFL players kneeling. If you guys continue to kneel, you're not going to get paid." I'm like, you're the president. You have nothing to do with the NFL. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. So my notes here are: will the owners ever support players? Probably fucking not. And will teams suspend players?
We are seeing some owners support their players. Like I know the dudes from Jacksonville said like, yeah,
Oh, yeah?
because there's a fine now, right?
Yeah.
And the guy from Jacksonville, I forgot his name, but he said, if they fine you, I'll pay your fine.
Oh yeah,
Like I'll pay you back.
that's fucking awesome. Shout
Yeah,
out to
he's
them.
like, if
that new owner too.
if the whole team wants to sit, then I'll pay everybody's the fine that the NFL will put against you.
Oh yeah.
So, and the NFL has given the option of, if you don't want to be there for the anthem, stay in the locker room. You don't get to kneel. You don't get to like protest actively on the field. At
Yeah.
least not without getting a fine. But if you do want to not be a part of it, stay in the locker room. That's fine too.
Yeah.
You know, back to how it was again.
And
we've
go
covered
back
this
to
on
the
the
point.
show before.
Yeah.
That this has only been around for 10 years.
10 years. Before, the national anthem was never aired on TV.
Yeah.
The players were never out for the national anthem. It was a fans thing. It was a stadium thing. And it wasn't until the military came to the NFL, threw them a shitload of money to show the national anthem, to have players stand for the national anthem.
To have things fly
fucking-
over the fucking stadium.
Yeah, to get people to join the military.
Yeah.
It's a fucking sponsorship.
Yeah.
So it's bad.
Remember that?
Yeah. Nope. I don't know what the fuck that
Simpsons,
is.
where it's like join the army, but it's backwards, and they make it like a pop song, and it's fucking military propaganda to get people to join.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So recently, having to do with this topic, ESPN says it won't air the national anthem before Monday Night Football games.
Good. Fucking A. Guess what? No one watches that part anyways.
Yeah. This is from, according to news site, ESPN President Jimmy Patario. We generally have not broadcasted the anthem, and I don't think that will change this year. Our plan going into this year is to not broadcast the anthem. The national anthem has been a long staple of sports games until 2 years ago, and then it just does the back thing. In October, Fox Sports said it would no longer air coverage of the national anthem before NFL games after members of the New Orleans Saints kneeled. In January, NBC decided to air the anthem, and then a protest that accompanied it, although no players kneeled when the anthem was played. ESPN broadcast the anthem during certain games last year when it was played alongside events the network deemed newsworthy, such as moments of silence to honor tragedies. It's not our job to cover politics purely, but we'll cover the intersection of sports and politics, Pitero said. When something happens, when the Eagles are disinvited from the White House, or when someone takes a knee, if we think newsworthy, we're going to cover it.
Here's the dumb shit, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
You know, like with all
What?
that, like that's a way to shut them up. They're like, yeah, we're just not even gonna put it on TV anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is fine. Whatever. None of us want to see it anyways. We don't want to see the kneeling. We don't want to see the anthem. It's boring. No one watches it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
And this whole fucking watching the anthem for the anthem to see what they do thing is blown out of proportion.
I feel
It
like it's a
also
way to
feels like-
cover up the controversy, though.
It is though, and that's what
So
I'm
it's
gonna
like
say.
a way for ESPN to break itself away from this. Like, we're not even airing it. Don't come at us if they're kneeling during this thing. It's nothing to do with us.
We're not
airing
fucking
it.
showing it, yeah.
But like, then you're getting away from the point of like you're supposed to be showing it because they're kneeling to protest
What's
the
going on in
injustice of the
country.
police
Yeah.
on minorities.
That's
like,
what I was gonna say.
that's the whole point. If you air that, you support their protest. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
and
saying?
this could be my conspiracy
People
fucking
just
mind.
people just protested on the fucking I-94, whoever the fuck that was in
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yep.
Like, was that televised? That was newsworthy. You know what I'm saying? When you give it when you give it traction, you give their protest support. Not support. You don't have to support it if it's newsworthy, whether you support it or not. You know, no one has to support Trump, but if it's newsworthy, they're gonna cover it because it's their job.
Yeah.
But you give it traction.
And what's fucking
you know
dumb
what I'm saying?
though is like, ESPN's the ones who blew the shit out of proportion in the first place.
Are they?
Every fucking day, Stephen A. Smith and what's his name, Max Kellerman, PTI, every show they had,
Well,
just
again,
back
yeah,
to
but
back
it's
for an
just
entire
news.
football season. Yes, but it's their fucking news. They shot it, they filmed it, they put it out there, they write the topics, they make the graphics, they put it up there, they put it on YouTube, they put it on social media, and then people fucking talk about it. They put it on Twitter, and then people fucking talk about it. You put it out there in the first place. I'm not gonna say that they're solely responsible for the shitstorm that it was.
No, I think it has to do with fucking Trump.
Yeah, it has to do with Trump.
I know
and
Jerry Jones was saying he was one of the guys who said that all of our players are gonna stand. If
Yeah.
one of my players don't, then they're gonna be fined.
Yeah.
Which is not good.
But just whatever. Let's not spend too much time on it. It's fucking dumb. As far as with what I think will happen this season,
I think players will continue
I
to
think
fucking
they'll
kneel.
continue to
I
do
think
what
they're gonna
they
eat up
do,
that
yeah.
money
yeah.
and continue
the
to
L.
make a thing as long as other people are making it about what it's not. You know.
Even if it's a $25,000 fine, these guys are making.
I know last year
$6
the
million
NFL
a
they got
year, so,
together in a
like-
meeting like at the end of the year, mid year. Remember they got the Players Association and the NFL got together in a meeting.
Yeah.
Like, all right, this is how our players feel about what's happening to minorities, African Americans. How can we help? You guys are kneeling. Okay, you want us to do something about this. How can we help? And they came together and like they did something. They
come
threw
up with,
money.
like,
They threw money
into
at
the community
something.
and stuff like
But
that. and,
I don't know. I don't know if it was enough or not. So I don't know.
do you think Kaepernick will have a job before the end of the year?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he ever plays in the NFL again. I know John Elway just came out the other day saying that.
That they offered him a contract?
Yeah, but he denied it. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, that's on him at that point.
Yeah, but I don't know the details of it because I know Stephen A. Smith was kind of going at John Elway about it. Like, why are you bringing this up? He said it in a type of way where it's like, I don't know. I don't know the details of it, so I'm not going to sit here and judge Kaepernick for not.
All right. So, second thing.
So that is number one. So it's a big deal. And then we got a lot of quarterback stuff going on. So number one is Jimmy Garoppolo in San Francisco. Can he continue the success that he had last year?
5-0 to finish off last season, right?
Yeah.
And he's 7-0 as a starter in the NFL. I think so. I think they've only gotten better. They've gotten Richard Sherman on defense now. And I know they've made a couple of other moves in the offseason. And who's the coach out there? Shanahan?
John Lynch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, I like San Francisco. I think they had a good team before it all fell apart after that Super Bowl and homeboy went to Michigan. But, yeah, I think they can continue that success.
Yeah. I think so, too. I was trying to look up. San Francisco, 6 games, 5 games started, a 67% completion percentage. 1,500 yards in 5 games, really good. 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, not great. A 96.2 rating. Rushing yards, 11, not great. That's whatever.
Fact of the matter is they were
5-0, really good. And then
what were they before that? They were like 0-10.
Yeah, they were something. They were really bad.
They were like, and that's the big thing. Like,
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it.
And homeboy came out, Josh Norman, right? Or is it Josh Norman or the guy from the Jags?
Yeah, I don't know.
That cornerback from the Jags
Ramsey.
came out and said, like, oh, Garoppolo's a bunch of hype. Like, yeah, they beat us last year, but it was the system. It wasn't Grop. It wasn't like he was picking us
Still
apart.
lost, motherfucker.
Yeah, and either way, it's 5 wins. They were 0 whatever, and then they go 5 in a row.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
And they beat
That's
the
a
best
fucking-
defense in the
yeah.
league. Like, whether
That's a big deal.
Garoppolo's throwing 100 touchdowns or 20 touchdowns, they're getting wins.
Yeah.
So I think they'll finish the season.
They signed Richard Sherman in the offseason.
Yeah.
I heard he's getting his ass kicked in practice, though. I kept seeing this thing on Facebook saying, like, Richard Sherman keeps getting beat. So, but we'll see. I mean, I think he'll continue the success.
I think
Why
they go
wouldn't he? I
10
mean,
and
he was
5,
fucking,
10
what's
and
his name's
6.
prized possession? He was
Bill Belichick's fucking...
Bill Belichick's prized possession. Think of all the players that Bill Belichick got rid of. Richard Seymour. No, I'm just kidding. But think of all the high-end...
Malcolm Butler.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't start that game. He didn't get rid of him. He's still on the team. But he's gotten rid of a lot
He's
of
gone.
players. He's gone?
Yeah.
Oh, well, sucks. He's gotten rid of a lot of players who were really good, still like in their prime because of contract situations or whatever. But he held on to this guy. Like, we all knew that this is the guy he wanted.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I think so. And hopping on that Jimmy Garoppolo track at number 3, will Tom Brady have a decline this year?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, when we were texting back and forth, that's what I sort of said. I was like, oh, one thing I'm looking for is the decline of Tom Brady. Now, I just said decline. I didn't say completely fall off the face of the fucking earth either. I hope Conus sees this. He's like the biggest Tom fucking Brady fan in the world. Shout out to those guys in that new sports page we're following. I'll put the link in the YouTube description below. A couple of good dudes. Yeah, I think I see a decline. I see them, especially because that team's trash. And they lost Brandon Cooks. I think the team goes 9-7 this year and don't make it out of the first round.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Wow. 9-7, Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's without looking at the fucking schedule either, so don't, put my life on that, but just a guess.
Well, I'll tell you what. Tom Brady played the first half of the game against the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
They won 37-20. They scored 27 points in the first half. Tom Brady was 19 of 26, 172 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's the preseason, so I'm not going to sit here and say I know who he was playing against. But scrubs are not dishing
Bowl
out
winner,
dimes all first half. For your first preseason action, it's pretty good, man. I don't think he falls off this year. If it's going to happen, I think it happens next year, not this year. He's still way too good. Gronk's still way too good. They still have Belichick. They still have that system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe next year there's a different coach and a whole new system, and this whole thing with Bill Belichick's over, and then we'll really see who the fuck Tom Brady is. But as far as this year, I don't think so.
Okay.
At least not in the beginning of the year. Maybe at the end of the year, 40 years old. Week 8, he's starting to get really fucking tired. He's throwing the ball
Yeah,
like a
that's
schmuck.
what I'm thinking. Yeah.
But if you can boss it the first half of the season, all of a sudden you're 7-1, 6-2, and then you shrug along the last half of the season, finish with a 10-6 record, 11-5.
Yeah.
You're for sure gonna win. Who's gonna beat them? Miami, the Jets.
Yeah.
I can't even think of the team in that division.
Bills.
The Bills. Why?
I don't know.
'Cause of
I'm
Sam
just saying-
fucking
I'm not
Darnold
saying
thing?
I said they make it to the playoffs. I just said that they'd lose in the first round.
No. Yeah. Well,
9-7, make it to the playoffs. Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
All right, number 4.
Number 4, Andrew Luck returns for the first time in
Ooh.
over 500 days. Andrew Luck has not played an NFL fucking game.
Since I was a little schoolgirl, you looked that up. I think that he does not return to form. I think too many surgeries, too much time away. Not this season, at least not the first half of this season. Will we see him really get back into the groove? I have no idea who the fuck they have on that team. I think Frank Gore is still around, and I think they have T.Y.
Frank Gore
Hilton.
retired, man.
No, I think.
Pretty sure retired.
Hey Google, did Frank Gore retire?
On the website usatoday.com, they say, Indianapolis Frank Gore and Adam Vinatieri have been defying the odds for years. On Wednesday, the Indianapolis Colts' two seemingly ageless wonders acknowledged they would each like to play another season, meaning Sunday's season finale against Houston won't become a retirement party.
All right, so yeah, he's still playing. Frank Gore's still playing, and T.Y. Hilton's still playing.
So he hasn't played since 2016. So he didn't play
Last year.
This is the 2018 season.
Mhm.
So he didn't play all of last year.
And then he missed some of the last season.
Well, he played 15 games in 2016. So.
All right, so
But he only played 7 games in 2015. So he's been super injured
yeah.
for a while. And then how well did he do? 63 completion percentage, 31 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. Pretty good, man. 41 sacks, though. Not good. And so this is his first time playing in a while.
I've heard that they buffed up their offensive line finally. That they've made some moves to get it in the right place so that he doesn't die.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like the offensive line and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's showing timing, rhythm, accuracy, confidence.
I just think it'll take a little bit of time to get going. That's all. And they're in a tough ass division, and they have to play Houston twice with the fucking Honey Badger and J.J. Watt coming back. Good fucking luck, Andrew Luck.
So how do we think he's gonna do? I think he'll do better. It doesn't mean
I
the
think he'll
team's
be
gonna do
decent.
better.
Yeah,
I hope
yeah,
he
that's
doesn't
what I'm
fucking
saying,
break
yeah.
his goddamn body in half.
That's the most important thing. Get through this. If he can go 16 games, no injuries, and a positive touchdown interception ratio, obviously, I say he throws for like
Successful season.
25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and they go 6-10.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the schedule. But yeah, I think they do pretty good. I think he does all right.
Tennessee's too good. Jacksonville's not. Yeah, Tennessee's better. Tennessee's better than them. Jacksonville's the shit, and Houston is the shit. So, I don't know. And Deshaun Watson's coming back, and they got Houston stacked. Houston wins that division this year, maybe, possibly, maybe not.
No, fucking Jacksonville, man.
I don't know. It's
I think
possible.
so.
Honey Badger, bro.
What's his name? Oh yeah, what team is he playing for? Houston.
Houston.
Houston, Atlanta,
All right.
Vegas.
What else?
Number 5, Mitch Trubisky, Chicago Bears.
Go Bears.
Year 2, how's he gonna do? Year 1, 2,193 yards. I don't think that was in 16 games though. He didn't play all 16 games.
No, it's not. Pause. All right. So Mitch Trubisky.
He played 12 games last year. Mitchell Trubisky played 12 games last year for the Chicago Bears. 59 completion percentage, not great. 2,000 yards, not great. But they also restricted his play. Didn't really let him explore the playbook the way they probably should have. They were really protective. 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, rushing, 10 fumbles lost. 10 fumbles, 3 lost. Still fumbled the ball 10 times, so it's not great. You got to hold on to the ball. But he's looking good in training camp this year. A lot of people excited about him. We have a lot more talent on offense this year. We got that guy from Houston, that wide receiver. What the fuck is his name?
I don't know.
Fuck, man. Can't remember his name. We are trash.
I have no idea. I don't even know who he is. But I think they'll be all right. And, Cohen's coming into his form. I mean, he was the shit last year. I mean, he was fucking like 4th or 5th on the MVP voting or something like that, wasn't he? I'm excited about the Bears, man. We're finally going in a direction that we can fucking get behind, Between Lovie Smith getting fired years ago and then I don't even
Allen
remember
Robinson.
That. Oh, yeah, Allen Robinson.
Kevin
Not
White's
from
back this
Houston,
year.
he's from Jacksonville.
Hopefully trying to stay healthy. Zach Miller's leg is recovered.
Who was the quarterback who was the coach we had between
I don't know. That guy with the glasses.
Lovie
I
Smith
don't fucking know his name.
and
I don't know.
the other guy,
John
John
Fox.
Fox.
I don't know, man. But he was
But yeah,
trash.
anyways, we finally have a direction. We have a new young core players, new young defense. You know, we're getting there. We're getting better. I'm excited. I mean, I think we could finish top 2 in the division under Minnesota, depending on how Green Bay does this year. Depending on how fucking Minnesota does this year. I think Kirk Cousins is trash. I don't think that fucking team's going to do as well as they did last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's kind of like Kirk Cousins. And I think he was.
I don't like Kirk Cousins either. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. So what do you think is going to happen? With
I think we go
Trubisky?
like 8-8.
Yeah.
I think he'll play pretty good. I hope so. I mean, I know I was listening to Waddle every fucking day. He doesn't care what our record is. He just wants to know by the end of the season that Mitchell Trubisky is the answer. I kind of agree with him, but I don't know if you can really expect that out of year 2. Can you really know by year 2 if this guy's the 10-year-long answer? You know? What if somebody has 2... Robert Griffin had an amazing first year.
Yeah.
At the end of that first year, we probably would have all said, this kid's the real deal. This is the answer.
Yeah.
Year 2 comes around, and he fucking doesn't dive when he's supposed to. Injuries, and now Robert Griffin is... You know what I'm saying?
He's in Baltimore.
Yeah, no.
But yeah,
just saw this
nevertheless,
thing
yeah.
where it's like Andrew Luck and Robert Griffin's careers are heading towards a similar cross path.
Oh, really?
Where like there was like a high and then a low. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you could really get that answer by year 2. I think at the end of year 2, if we have a really, really high on him, that he's done the things he needed to do, progress the way he needed to. So we're going into year 3. It's like, all right, our record was 4-12 last year, but Mitchell Trubisky played this well. Now we're going to take how well he played in year 3 and turn it into a winning record.
Yeah.
And then at the end of that year, you could be like, this guy's the answer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We went from 4-12, 7-9.
I think what he's saying is you need to be able to know that by the end of this year.
Just to feel good about it.
Because you're building around a guy.
Because you traded up
Yeah.
a pick, even though it was 1 pick. Nobody was going to take
Dumbest
Mitchell
thing ever.
Trubisky.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think he'll do
well. I think he'll progress and hopefully do well. It gives me a reason. I've always said I'm a Saints fan and a Jets fan, and I always exclude the Bears out of that because I'm not just gonna like a team blindly. I have to have a fucking reason. I have to truly like the team. I like this Bears organization right now.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Sorry, let's look something up. Number 6, rookie quarterbacks. Are they good?
Yeah, I think Sam Darnold from the Jets is going to do fucking spectacularly. I don't like Rosen.
So we'll go in order.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off. Baker Mayfield, first pick, Cleveland Browns.
Trash.
Sam Darnold, third overall pick for the Jets.
Great.
Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, number 7 overall pick.
Trash.
Josh Rosen, Arizona Cardinals, number 10 pick.
I expect
Lamar
him to do
Jackson,
well.
Baltimore Ravens, number 32 pick. And then the rest doesn't really fucking matter.
We'll see. Okay, so Baker Mayfield.
Go in order. Yeah, Baker Mayfield.
I don't like him.
You
I don't
like
think he's going to do well.
This
I
is a
think
list
Tyrod
of like
Taylor
when they
plays-
think they're going to start. Competition for the job starter, Tyrod Taylor. The Browns are selling Taylor as their wire-to-wire starter, but Cleveland hasn't seen a quarterback play all 16 games in a season since Tim Couch did the deed in 2001. Still, Taylor's doing really good. This isn't about whether they'll start. This is about will they do well. I think if Baker Mayfield starts, if he gets a chance to play, I think he'll do well.
I think Tyrod Taylor is a better quarterback. I mean, and that's just me talking out of my ass for sure. But I don't think Baker Mayfield starts that team. Sam Darnold, you said he's next. In the Jets, he's got the toughest fucking training camp ever because he's
Josh McCown and Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, he's competing. I mean, for sure McCown's not starting, but he's pretty much competing with Teddy Bridgewater, who
He's a placeholder. He could start. I mean, if you guys are trying to win, maybe he shouldn't start. But
I mean, you have Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, it's not like a placeholder because you have Ryan Fitzpatrick. Like you have Teddy Bridgewater, and Teddy Bridgewater was doing pretty fucking good before he got hurt last year.
Yeah.
So I think Bridgewater starts. But I think that's the best thing for Darnold. Don't throw him into the fucking bus. Let him watch a real quarterback play a real game. Bridgewater doesn't.
When will
I
he
don't
start?
Huh?
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
I think they start. I mean, depending on how the season goes, I think he starts by week 6 or 7.
This article says of the rookies, Darnold has the clearest path to start week 1 action, unless he fumbles and bumbles his way through exhibition fare. Look for Darnold to take the reins in New York's primetime opener against Detroit.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is from Mark Sessler on NFL.com.
All right. What do you think?
Yeah, why not? I mean, and everybody says that he has the most potential to be really good. Him and Josh Allen or Josh Rosen, one of the two Joshes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I hope the Jets do good, man. Fucking shit.
It's my goddamn team, dude.
Yeah. Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, number 7 overall pick. He's got a fight against AJ McCarron. and Nathan Peterman, whoever the fuck that is. AJ McCarron, I really like AJ McCarron. I liked him in fucking Alabama. I liked him. He played really well behind that
Andy
Bengals
Dalton.
quarterback, Andy Dalton.
Yep.
And
Finally getting his chance to shine.
yeah, and then they signed this guy, which is fine.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Josh, who's the other one? Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen, Cardinals, 10th
I think
overall
he's gonna
pick.
do well. I hear he's
He
really
plays with
smart.
Sam Bradford.
I hear he's really, really smart. Bradford for sure shouldn't start.
Rosen impressed his coaches this offseason, appearing comfortable and poised, living up to his reputation as a heady, rapid processing signal caller. Tools to succeed as an early pro. When will he start? This is Bradford's job to lose, but that requires the oft-injury vet to stay healthy one way or another. I expect to see Rosen by mid-season. Let's go with week 11. That's what I heard. He had like one game, like one of the first games of the preseason. He played like really well. He stayed like really poised in the pocket. Showed a lot as far as a rookie, you know. But
Yeah.
my Golick was trying to say that like you know it's really good, but like calm down. Doesn't mean he's gonna get the fucking job. But I mean it's good. It's a good thing to see in a rookie. You want to see, you know, it's a mental game that first year, and so you want to make sure that they're doing really, really well.
Yeah.
And the next would be Lamar Jackson. And this would be the last one we'll talk about. Baltimore Ravens. He had some. Did he start against the Bears? He did, right? He
Yeah.
didn't play too well.
No. We will see about that.
Joe Flacco, 33-year-old. Let's see how that happens.
And then they also got Robert Griffin.
When will he start? This thing says week 1 of 2019. It's funny. That's funny. So
Yeah.
next year. The club has unveiled plays during camp that pair Flacco and the rookie together, and even Jackson will back up Robert Griffin III. So it's gonna go Flacco, Robert Griffin III, and then Lamar Jackson. So it looks like they're holding on to him, playing
Which
things
is
pretty
fine.
close to the chest.
Yeah.
Close to the chest.
Which is fine though. Like best quarterback in the world right now,
Yeah.
Aaron fucking Rodgers. He's had on the sideline for 4 years watching Brett Favre play. Okay? There's no rush with these guys. Take your fucking time. That's why I was thinking like Sam Darnold. Let him start week 8, week 9, or even next season. Like sit back and watch Bridgewater do it. Get the fucking feel of things. Because every single time they throw him into the fire, it doesn't work out. A la Andrew Luck. Even though you worked for a little while, no playoff wins with that shit. A la Robert Griffin III. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Not that it doesn't work, but there's better ways to do it if you have the talent there. And Joe Flacco, regardless of him being trash or not, Super Bowl winning quarterback, and he's a veteran. Sit back, watch these guys do it.
Yeah. Number 7 is the new hitting rules. Will it lead to injuries? And will it affect the outcomes of games? So we know that this offseason, you all right? Yeah. That the NFL had changed its hitting rules. And it says the new helmet hitting rule comes in addition to the NFL's defensive list player rules. Those protect the player in the defensive list posture, such as a quarterback throwing a pass or receiver making a catch, from being hit in the head or neck area. The new rule came together quickly Tuesday with little advance notice. I want to find the exact wordage. A lot of people are complaining about it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Even with the final version. Announced Tuesday, it ratified the rule, which is to result in a 15-yard penalty and possibly ejection whenever a player lowers his head to initiate contact with an opponent. League officials were quick to say it's not a targeting rule, given that it's not focused on whether a hit targets an opponent's head. Rather, they said it is broader, focusing on the technique used by the players delivering the hit to remove a potential dangerous approach for both players delivering the hit and the players receiving it. Our focus is how to take the head out of the game and make sure that we're using the helmet as protection. It's not being used as a weapon, Roger Goodell said. Some players immediately expressed concern that the game is being changed too dramatically. We cannot just stop the sugarcoating and get the flag. Can we just stop and get the sugarcoating and get the flags out? This is obviously not football anymore, NFL player said.
Yeah, I think
So I think what they're saying is when you go to make a tackle, even though you're aiming for the body, so this isn't about like lunging towards the head. This isn't head to head. This is the defender simply going forward with the head. You know what I'm saying? Think of like wrestling. Think of like a Goldberg spear.
Yeah.
He's not spearing with his neck. You know what I'm saying? Like your head is down, you're spearing like this.
Yeah.
They now want you to do this all the time.
So
a lot of
you're-
people are saying that could lead to injuries.
Yeah, that could fuck your neck up.
Yeah, right? If my neck is up and then I hit him like in the chest plate with my neck and now my neck like, you know?
Yeah.
Who does that? Who
I
is
don't
that? Fucking the comedian?
Smash Man.
Yeah, why does he
Yeah,
do
I
that?
don't know.
Why does he do that?
I don't know.
Does
He's
that
funny.
fucking head thing.
Yeah, but
But it can lead to injuries, man. It's the
fucking
thing.
stupid.
All right. So the hitting can lead to injuries when the head is up like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they can make any adjustments halfway through the season. If they could, they would, but I bet next year they readjust the rules
They go
again.
back, yeah.
Yep.
Because, they're talking about how it's the technique since being a little kid that this is how you tackle. You don't aim for the head, but you put your head down and you make a tackle. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But, it can go either way. Because if your head's up, you can hurt your neck. If your head's down and you're not looking, then, that can recoil on your neck as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, so the final thing to look forward to this NFL season is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And what your prediction is, I'm going to go with, off the top of my head, not looking at any fucking schedules or anything,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go with the Jags versus, I don't fucking know, man. Shit. Do you know?
I do.
Go ahead.
I think the Saints and the Jags.
Nice. I'm going to go with the Jags versus, fuck the Saints, man. That's a good pick. I don't know. I don't want to say the fucking
Vikings,
Eagles. I
the
fucking hate
Eagles, the Saints,
I'm going to go with the Jags.
Green Bay.
Green Bay, nope. Fuck. I'm drawing blanks all over the place. Saints, Jags, Broncos, nope. Fuck. Shit. I want to pick the Jags. That's a sexy
You got
pick.
the Rams
I'm going to go with the Jags
and an NFC team.
versus the Saints. Fuck, man. Shit.
Fucking Panthers, the fucking Falcons, the
Nah,
Saints.
I'll go with the Jags versus the Eagles.
Just
Yeah. I'll go with the Jags versus the Eagles.
Yeah, man. Fucking same team that just won Super Bowl plus Carson Wentz.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a bad pick. Yeah.
So I'll go with the Jags versus the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and I will pick. If I had to pick, I'd have to pick the Eagles.
Nice.
Nah, I'm gonna pick the fucking Patriots versus the Eagles in a rematch.
Ooh,
And I say
damn,
the
that's
Patriots
fucking
win.
interesting.
Patriots win.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, because the Jags are not gonna make it. That is what's his name still playing as fucking quarterback at
Yep,
the Jags.
Blake Bortles.
I don't see him having that good of a year again, man.
Yeah,
I don't
we'll
know.
see.
We'll see. But Patriots, Eagles, Super Bowl. Tom Brady wins his rematch.
I say Jags, Saints, Super Bowl. Drew Brees wins and retires.
That'd be crazy.
I think the only reason the Jags make it as far as they do in my head is because the Patriots are out in the first round, losing to the Steelers or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
Steelers could go.
Ooh,
Fuck,
fucking
shit.
Steelers.
God damn it.
I don't know about the Jags.
Shit.
Yeah.
Steelers. Saints?
Whatever, man. We'll fucking pick at week 8
Yeah.
and see how we feel then. Yeah.
But this has been the top 8 things to look forward to this NFL season. So we got a couple weeks of the preseason left, and we'll see if any of these things come to fruition and how they play out.
Especially those rookie QBs, yeah.
Yes. But we want to thank you for watching and or listening to another episode of the Kyle and Craig Show. My name is Kyle.
My name is Craig. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. We're doing a lot of cool things on the page.
At the Kyle and Craig Show.
Just at the Kyle and Craig Show. Spell it out like it sounds.
Like and subscribe. Hit the little notification button so you get the ding.
Yeah.
And so you know when we post videos first.
All
Check
right,
us out
guys.
on iTunes and Google Play. We are up there, and also SoundCloud.
Yeah, we're fucking everywhere, man. So you can't miss us. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you watching.
Bye.
Assalamu alaikum.